Shalom, shalom, everybody. This is Sheba Solomon, and I want to talk about those of us who are on the planet Earth with extra sensory perception, ESP. Those of us who are what they call light workers, crystal children, different things like that. I've known for a very long time, since I was very young, as young as 9 years old, that I was a light worker and I was here to help heal humanity. And this is me coming out the clairvoyant closet. I'm coming out. So I know there's many other people like me out there, and wherever you are, come out, wherever you are, is our time to shine. The earth needs us. Needs our healing, needs our wisdom and everything. And so I have a lot of spiritual gifts. And because I was with a religious community, I was trained, I was taught, I was ridiculed to hate myself, to hate my abilities, simply because I'm a woman. I'm born a female. And so because I'm born a female, there's a lot of hatred towards females on this planet. There's a lot of campaigns on this planet to attack all females. Whatever your gifts are, whatever you're good at, whatever you came here with these beautiful gifts, you know, the planet has been trained and conditioned to attack us on spot. So because of that, I came here with all these beautiful gifts, helping people, saving people's lives. I had no idea before I got here that this this setup was here to attack me. So once people started noticing my premonitions coming true and things like that. I cried, and because I was being attacked so much, I begged God to make it go away. And so I tried for years and years and years to suppress my gifts. And so now I made a decision. I'm not doing that anymore. I don't think the way the religions have taught me to think about myself or my gifts. I don't think negatively anymore. I'm very proud of my gifts. I'm very honored that I have these exceptional gifts. And I'm looking forward to helping people and to be able to use these gifts and to help people. I believe that they were given to me because I just think the Holy Father trusts me, and he knows that I'm going to, relay the messages that I need to relay. And anyway, so I'm going to start sharing things and about my gifts, and those who have gifts, please, please, please share your stories too. And you can email me, and if you want me to share your story, I can. You could just email your story to me, and I can post it here on my channel, or we could just do an interview. But I love to share my stories, and I don't care if anybody think it's weird or anything. I think all of us have telepathic gifts and all kind of gifts, and at one point in time, this used to be normal. This was normal for us, and we've been, conquered and oppressed to just suppress these things, which are meant to free us, right? And so, yeah. And so, yeah. So, messages from the Ascended Masters is downloads and conversations that I've had with the angels in the angelic realm. I have been visited by an angel, and I'm going to share that on my channel too. I'm going to share all my experiences that I've had with my gifts. And that's what this channel is for. All of those light workers that's on the planet, we have a place where we can come and we can congregate and we can talk about gifts and share ideas and information and things like that. But I'm hoping that this channel can inspire those of us who have X-Men abilities to just kind of come up, because there's a lot of us that, is X-Men abilities. We got some exceptional abilities, and so it's no longer time to suppress those abilities. Let them come out. So one of the messages I want to share from some of the downloads I got from the Ascended Masters. So I'm going to share my wisdom. One thing I do, I meditate 3 times a day, and I was taught by a Buddhist master. He was a Buddhist master for like 40 years here in Chicago. He was famous. I had no idea he was famous. I met him. I was homeless, and I was living in a homeless shelter, and he was living in a homeless shelter. And he, was struggling with drugs and everything, and he pretty much kept to himself. But long story short, we met. He took me under his wing, and he taught me how to meditate. And boy, oh boy, when he taught me how to meditate, everything changed in my life. I started healing. I started healing from things I hadn't healed from for a long time. So during meditation, the only thing I would say is I'm healed from schizophrenia. I used to have schizophrenia, and it feels so good to say I used to have schizophrenia. And when people meet me, they'll never think in a million years I had schizophrenia. But I had schizophrenia full blown. And you ever see them people walking down the street talking to themselves? Yeah, they used to be me. But I cried out to God one day, and I said, why you got me here suffering? Why do you have me here suffering? I'm tired of this. What is the point of all of this? And I was just so frustrated, and I was so mad, and I was so done with earth. Like, just being here was just like, I was like, this is BS. That's how I got. I never talked to the Holy Father like that in my life. I've always been very respectful. But this day I was just over it. I was like, I'm over this. I was like, I'm over it. It's too much. It's always suffering. And so after I cried out in so much pain, I was just having a mental break. And that's when, shortly after that, I met the Buddhist master. He was a black man. And I thought it was interesting because I love Asian philosophy. I love Asian culture, and I have learned Chinese, learned to speak Mandarin. So I thought it was very interesting that who is this black man walking around quoting Japanese proverbs? It was very intriguing. And so long story short, we became friends. He taught me how to meditate, and that's how I healed from schizophrenia. So I pray 3 times a day for 20 minutes, and man, I cannot, I don't have the words that can fully express how grateful I am, because he saved my life, whether he knows it or not. And I haven't seen him again or spoke to him again, but that man saved my life. And the only thing I prayed for was to heal from schizophrenia. I said, I am healed from schizophrenia. I just kept repeating to myself, I'm healed from schizophrenia. Lord, teach me how to heal from schizophrenia, and then I'm going to teach others. And so that's how that began. If you teach me, I'm going to teach others. So while I was in prayer, I would get a lot of downloads, and the Holy Spirit would tell me what to do. So the Holy Spirit told me to get a piece of paper, and this is the formula. So you guys, if you don't have a pen or a paper, you need to get a pen or a paper right now. So the Holy Spirit told me to get a piece of paper and write down all the names of the people who hurt me, backstabbed me, betrayed me, offended me, made me cry, whatever. Anybody who's ever hurt me in life, write down their names. And the Holy Spirit said, it's young, think far back, as young as you can remember, as a baby. If you was 1 year old, if you're 2 year old, whatever you can remember. If somebody hurt you, write down their names, everybody's names. So once I took the time out, and one day I just said, I'm going to focus on this. I wrote down maybe like 200 names. I couldn't believe it was a lot of names. And then the Holy Spirit said, say the person's name out loud and say, so and so, I forgive you. And say it 7 times each. And say each name, say this 7 times each for each person down the list. Holy Spirit said, it don't matter how long this list is. You just get through the list, do everything, and take your time and say, so and so, I forgive you. And just say it 7 times. And the Holy Spirit said, say it more times if you need it. Like if you can feel in your spirit, if you just start crying, it's okay to cry, you know. And if you need to say it more, you could kind of sense that you need to keep going and say, I forgive you. And then the Holy Spirit said, and if you need to, you'll be able to tell. But if you need to say out loud what it is they did to you, say, I forgive you for, you know, saying I hate you. I forgive you for pushing me down the stairs. I forgive you for punching me all the time. You know, I forgive you for, you know, graping me. And I did this. I followed the instructions, exactly what was told to me. And lo and behold, a big weight was lifted off my shoulders. I was so happy. I felt lighter. I felt happier. I just felt like I was back to myself. And I did this. And then actually, it took me 2 years. And I'll tell you why it took me 2 years to finish this list. Because I was going down the list. Some people, I would do this 7 times and it was over. It left my body. The pain, the hurt, the pain left me. And then some people, I would get to them. For instance, my mom. Some people, I would get to them and I couldn't get past. I started writing, Mom, you know, I forgive you for this. I forgive you for that. So it was like I had to go down the list with my mother in detail about every little thing that she did that I felt that hurt me. Like, I forgive you for saying you wish I was never born. And, you know, I would stop and cry. It took me, that was extremely emotional. It took me months to go through that list with my mom. It was so emotional sometimes that I stopped doing her. I skipped her. Then I would go to the other people and go down the list. I had no idea I was angry at so many people. I had no idea. I was so angry with so many people for so long. Like, I had a brother that used to punch me and say, I hate you. And he would look me in my eyes. But he was my god brother. His name was Jason. And I think I was like 2. And I think he was like 6. And because I was the baby and I was new and I was getting spoiled by his mom, she would just gush over me all the time. And it made him jealous. So when she wasn't looking, he used to punch me all the time and look in my eyes and say, I hate you. You know, and it scared me. I was so afraid of him. I was so afraid for my life. I was afraid for my life at 2 years old. And I had to say, Jason, I forgive you for saying you hate me. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Jason, I forgive you for saying you hate me. And I had to say it, and then I started crying. I didn't know that was still in my soul. I had no idea that was there. I'm 40. I'm almost 50 years old. This happened when I was 2. Oh my God. When I finished doing that, and the weight that was lifted off of my shoulders, my mind, my body, I started crying because I couldn't believe I was holding on to so much anger and hurt and pain. And once I let it go, you guys, it took about 4 years of me praying and meditating and asking God to help me and give me instructions and doing this one method, the schizophrenia left, the bipolar left, the depression left, everything was like gone. I was back. I was a new person again for the first time in like 45 years. And so I'm here to share that technique with you guys. And so I just wanted to say this. Some people say, hey, did you read this book? Did you read that book? No, I ain't read no books. And people always be like, oh, you got all this information. I'm like, this is downloads that came from the Most High when I was praying. So I promise Yah that if he show me what to do and teach me what to do and tell me what to do and I heal, I would share this information to help others heal. So I'm sharing this information to help you heal. And so I would love to work with people, and I would love to work with you one-on-one. And if you need some help one-on-one, you can go in the description and you can find my email and email me. And then we can work on, some coaching. But yeah, I just want to scream to the mountaintop like I'm healed. I'm healed. And if you type in how to heal from schizophrenia in Google, they'll tell you there's no cure. But I'm telling you, I'm literally cured from schizophrenia. But doctors say there's no cure, but there is a cure. There is a cure. And I just told you how I was cured. Maybe there's people online that could tell you how they were cured. And if you found a way that to help you cure from a mental illness, please let us know in the comments, and share with us what you have. If you take my advice and try this technique to heal from mental illness, and it worked, and whatever you experience, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear success stories. And so I want to leave you with this, and I bless you, and may Yah's countenance, may Yah smile upon you, and may Yah lift you in your countenance, and may Yah heal you, and may Yah bless you all the days of your life. Thank you, Selah.